Yeah. Okay.
Yo, what the
You want penis enlargement pills?
What's going on, guys? My name is Orphet. I hope you all are having a wonderful day. I truly do. I've been up for the last 2 hours trying to play with the editing program that I use, trying to get better render settings to get the video qualities a little bit better. I don't understand why it's actually not as good. It's rendering in 1080, it's rendering at 60, but it still just doesn't come out the way I want it to, and that is unfortunate. It makes me really sad. But today's video, what are we talking about today? I'm going to be talking about the 5 games I'm looking forward to for 2019. Now, disclaimer, some of these games might not come out in 2019. There's one of them in specific, and we'll get there. But we should see most of these games this year. So to start the video off, I'm going to be talking about Kingdom Hearts 3. Show of hands if you are excited for Kingdom Hearts 3. I should have seen every hand in the world raised. Every single hand. This game, I've been waiting for this game for so long. Since seeing the ending screen in 2005. To give you perspective, I was like 12 years old, man. I am 25 right now. I've been waiting for this game for over 10 fucking years. You know, being a Kingdom Hearts fan, you had to suffer the possibility that we might not get this game, right? And that was terrifying. That sucked. That sucked a lot. And we're finally getting this game. It is about 3 weeks away right now, and I can't even believe I'm saying that. It's incredible, man. I'm gonna have to shed another gamer tear, but that's gonna be the last one. We can't keep showing the world that gamers are weak. So the story of this game, look, I'm gonna come out straight away and say it. I don't know what the fuck is going on in Kingdom Hearts. I've never known what was going on. The most I could tell you is that there are Final Fantasy characters, and there are Disney characters, and there's Sora. That's the story as far as I'm concerned. The gameplay in this game is mainly what I'm here for. The main course, if you will. And this game is running on Unreal Engine 4, which I don't need to tell you why that is special, right? The effects, the actual gameplay, we should be getting 60 frames. I swear to God, Square Enix, if we don't get 60 frames, I'm gonna hurt somebody. The one thing I wonder is if drive forms will return from Kingdom Hearts 2. I really think they should. Drive forms were cool as shit. They could do a lot of cool stuff with these new ones. Working on a better engine. You got some creativity up in there still, Tetsuya. You got to. Drive forms gotta come back, so please, man, make it happen. At number 2, I'm gonna be talking about Anthem. Alright, so look, I'm gonna start this off. EA has been shitting the bed. They can't seem to get a grasp around what consumer friendly means. I don't understand how these mega corporations just don't know what's going on. You got all this money and all these bigwigs, and you just have no fucking idea what's going on. Anyway, we're gonna talk about Anthem, not EA. Unfortunate part is EA is the publisher of Anthem, so they get to get their grubby little hands in there and ruin the game if it has any chance of being good. So let's hope that doesn't happen. But on to Anthem. So, it's an open world game, pseudo open world game. Pretty sure the structure is going to be open-ended levels that are treated more like instances. That's fine, as long as the gameplay is good. So this game is loot-driven. I love loot-driven games. I played Diablo, a massive amount. I've played Destiny, as much up and downs that game has came with. Borderlands, I'm a huge Borderlands fan. I love loot games. So that's why I want to give this game a chance, because, it's that special feeling you get when you're constantly finding gear and swapping out and finding better pieces of gear to put on and just taking on these tough in-game challenges, knowing that you've grinded and you've acquired all of the necessary stats and, all of the extra stuff that comes with that to make that possible. So that's what this game is looking like it's going to offer. Now, the story, I don't really know what's going on with the story. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to care either. Think Destiny with the whole...
Who are you?
Why have you been watching us?
I don't even have time to explain why I don't have time to explain.
The only saving grace for a story is that BioWare is at the helm of it. If you're a fan of BioWare, you know they're great storytellers. Just as of recent, it's just they don't know what they're doing. But hopefully none of that matters, and the gameplay is an addictive loop with an actual end game. Please. So the third game I want to be talking about is Devil May Cry 5. Now, let me start by saying I am not a huge fan of Devil May Cry. I played Devil May Cry 4. I played the DMC reboot, which everybody loved so much. And that's pretty much the extent. But this new one, it actually looks really cool. The art style, just color pops. I love games with interesting art styles and that have a lot of color variation. You gotta be a really damn good game to have a terrible art style, but still be good. I'm looking at you, New Vegas. But this game, it's a hack and slash game, so you're gonna have fun there. You know, slaying demons. What's not fun about slaying demons? I don't know, you tell me. Also, that Devil Trigger song. Go listen to that song and tell me that's not gonna want to make you play this game. Yeah, come back when you listen to it. So the actual gameplay is hack and slash. You know, it's combo based. You're gonna have abilities you can use. You're gonna get weapons, more than likely new ones throughout the game as you play. So it'll always be able to mix up the gameplay for you. You know, it won't get stale. Once you get used to using one specific weapon, it'll give you a new one, and the enemies will usually be susceptible to that new weapon, forcing you to throw that into your gameplay loop, etc. So Dante is returning for this game. Nero is as well. Nero was the protagonist in Devil May Cry 4. Dante was in every single Devil May Cry, outside of the reboot if you don't count that. And then there's this other character, a new one. His name is V, but the only real V is Cyberpunk's V. So overall, hopefully this game can make me a fan of the Devil May Cry series and actually look forward to the ones that'll probably come after this one. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to pick this one up as soon as it comes out. For number 4 on our list, we're gonna be talking about Outer Worlds. So this game, I feel like it's gonna be special. The reason is because it's being developed by Obsidian. If you guys don't know, Obsidian are the guys who made Fallout New Vegas, which is regarded as the best Fallout in the series, considering the main developer is Bethesda Games. So, a little quick story for Fallout New Vegas. So the first time I ever played New Vegas, I thought the game was absolutely terrible. Like, I played for like 2 hours and I was like, yeah, nah, fam.
Hell no, to the no, 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 hell to the no.
And one of these times I ended up trying the game again. I think I had no games. I was bored. I was like, you know what, let me give it a fair shake. And I forced myself to play past where I stopped initially. And long story short, it ended up becoming one of the best games I ever played. And before Witcher, arguably it was the best RPG I ever played. So that's special. So that's why I'm excited for this game, because Obsidian is developing it. So they're looking to maintain that identity of core RPG mechanics. When you play an RPG, you want to be able to do RPG things. Some developers just don't understand that. So this game is going to have decision making. You're going to be able to make choices that could alter the outcome of effects, alter the conversations you have with your party members, etc. You know, all the good stuff. The premise is really cool. You're this space adventurer, whatever, and you are frozen in this cryostasis along with some other space adventurers. And this scientist, he releases you. And it takes place in like another galaxy, if I'm not mistaken. So they have free reign to just, you know, do whatever they want as far as the art style, the actual enemies in the game, the weapons, because it's all new. It's stuff we haven't seen. So they get a lot of liberties they can take. I think it's going to be a fantastic game, and I personally can't wait until it comes out. Now, the final game on this list, last but certainly not least, Cyberpunk 2077. Now, hear me out. I believe this game is going to come out late 2019, right? It's going to get released on current gen, and since that will be really close to either the release or the announcement of the next gen consoles, we're going to get a next gen version. So I believe this gen, the game will run at like maybe 1080p, 30 frames per second, and the next gen one will be able to do like, I don't know, 4K 60, or if that's too much, It'll be do like 1080 60. Essentially, we're going to get a better version on the next gen. But I do believe we're going to get that game this year. Fingers fucking crossed. I hope we do. So, Cyberpunk. Man, this game is probably my most anticipated game ever. I know that seems like I'm giving it too much credit, but I really cannot say enough good things about this game. The depth of the game, man, the theme, the cybernetics, and, you know, the whole narrative on human augmentation and how far is too far. This game looks to touch on all of those themes, and I am absolutely eager to explore it. So the gameplay, it's a first-person game. It's going to have range combat, primarily. You are going to be able to do some melee builds in the gameplay. There's a section where the protagonist uses these mantis blades that come out of their arms. So that's sick. You can like hang on the walls with them. You can do melee attacks, stealth attacks. It's cool as shit. So if you want to have some variety as far as the way you play the game, seems like they're going to allow that. The narrative decisions, again, touched on it in the first video I made. You're going to have branching storyline choices where things you do and say and who you do missions for, etc., can determine the interactions and relationships you have with other characters and just what type of missions you'll be able to do. And I absolutely love that aspect of games as a whole. Even if you're not a role-playing game or a narrative-driven game, just some type of choice and nuances is always appreciated, no matter what it is. Oh, and also you'll be able to pay for joy girls and joy boys, whatever you fancy. Not judging here. The player will be able to purchase properties, vehicles. They've talked about motorcycles, cars, some sorts of flying vehicles. There's lots of ways to get around the city. Apartments are one of the cooler features because in the demo you can see that her apartment was part of this multi-complex, and there's other NPCs that exist in it as well. They have a life just like you do. So hopefully they can really show that aspect of the game and give you this really immersive feeling of actually living in a world, and there's other people in the world too, kind of like Red Dead Redemption did. So every single game on this list has me extremely excited to get my hands on it for the first time, especially Kingdom Hearts 3 and hopefully Cyberpunk 2077 if it comes out this year. Fingers still crossed, boys. So thank you all for watching the video. If you have any games you are looking forward to this year, leave a comment, let me know. You could also follow me on Twitter, can interact with me there. I'd greatly appreciate it. So once again, thank you all for watching. Have an awesome day, and until next time.